everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm going to be sharing our 2022 financial goals. I do have it written down here on the back of my passion planner. I know it looks kind of messy, but I was kind of just writing down all of our goals and all the action steps that we need to take in order to complete those goals. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We have 7 total goals that we are hoping to achieve this year. So starting with goal number 1, it is to fund our emergency fund with 3 months worth of bare minimum expenses. So what that means is we want to make sure that we fund our emergency fund with the bare minimum. That's the amount that we are shooting for in order for us to survive, paying our bills and rent, and making sure we have the bare essentials with like food, household items, and stuff like that. So just the bare minimum. And the total amount that we need is $9,000. We currently have $4,490 in our emergency fund. We did dip into it last year, which is why it's a little bit lower than what we had wanted to fund our emergency fund last year. So we need a total of $4,510 in order to meet the 3-month emergency fund goal. Monthly, we would need to save $375, and bi-weekly, that is at $173. And depending on how much my husband makes on overtime money, as well as how much I'm able to contribute this year from my business, hopefully we can achieve that goal a lot sooner. And then for goal number 2 is to fund our sinking funds. I'm going to be making a separate video on this because we have quite a bit of sinking funds. We have a total of 8 sinking funds. And just to go over it very briefly, we have a Christmas fund, vehicle maintenance fund, a Hawaii fund, which we are going to be going on a trip, hopefully for sure this year in September. We have a travel fund, fun and events, kids, my personal spending allowance or my own personal savings fund, and as well as a savings for my husband. So the total amount that we do need in order to fund our sinking funds with the goal amounts that we want is $10,800. I do have it broken down by how much we currently have, how much we need, and then the amount that's due. But again, I'm going to go over this separately because I do want to show you how this looks in my savings tracker. Anyway, so yeah, the total amount that we need in order to fund our sinking funds with the goal amounts that we want is $10,800. And moving on to goal number 3, which is to max out my husband's Roth IRA. And for those of you who are not aware, you can contribute up to $6,000 into the Roth IRA. And you actually have until April 15th, which is when taxes are due. So if you can't get it maxed out during the calendar year from January to December, you actually have until April 15th. So just keep that in mind. I went ahead and broke it down by month. So I just divided $6,000 by the 12 months. And so monthly, we need to contribute at least $500. Bi-weekly, we need to contribute $231. And again, depending on how much extra income that my husband receives from overtime money, and as well as what I can contribute this year from my business, we want to make sure all that extra income goes into maxing out my husband's Roth IRA. So that is the plan for that. And then for goal number 4, it is to contribute $2,400 to my son's college savings account, which is the 529 college savings account. Monthly, we do need to put in $200, and bi-weekly, it's $93. And since my ninong, my godmother, sends us $100 for the boys each month, that is basically what it's going towards. And we are just matching it. So we're putting in $200 each month. Something that I want to do this year when it comes to the boys' birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, we are going to try to encourage family members to contribute to their college savings. I still need to set that up, and that is on my action plan, or actually I need to put that on my action plan to do, is to have a way for family members to contribute to their college savings. So that is something that we want to do this year. And then for goal number 5 is to save $15,000 towards our house down payment. That is a pretty hefty goal given that we are mostly budgeting on my husband's income, but hopefully this is something that'll motivate me to level up my business and make sure I pay myself out so that I can help my family with these goals. We don't plan to buy a house this year, but we still want to make sure we are saving towards it because maybe we'll end up buying a house next year and we want to make sure we have a bigger down payment. Yeah, so $15,000 this year is what we're aiming for. We currently have $4,335. So we need to save a total of $10,665 this year. Monthly, that comes down to $888, and biweekly, that is $410. Again, any extra income that we get is going to go towards this goal, but it's honestly not a priority because we don't plan to buy a home anytime this year, and I don't know how that's going to look next year either. We just want to make sure we are saving for it because eventually we do want to become homeowners. So yeah, so $15,000 towards our house down payment is what we want to end up with this year. So moving on to goal number 6, it's not a money goal, or it's not money specific, but I do want to make sure I increase my financial literacy with a focus on investing. Investing is something that I'm very, very, very new in. I didn't start investing until July of last year. And as of right now, we are invested in index funds, but I still need to look into diversifying my portfolio. Kind of weird to kind of even say that, and kind of look into other options and invest in other things. So I'm still pretty much a newbie. If you guys have any suggestions or people to follow, please let me know in the comments below. But some of the books that I intend to read this year include The Intelligent Investor, The Psychology of Money, Think and Grow Rich, Millionaire Success Habits, and My Money, My Way. I do want to make sure I read all of these books, increase my knowledge on investing and just being better with money because I'm not perfect. There's still so much that I can learn. There's so many different ways that people budget. And I just want to make sure I just take in all this knowledge about personal finance so that I can better serve you guys out there and my clients. So another thing I want to do as well is to attend workshops and take courses on investing. And right now I'm looking into Bear Money Coach. She's Bear Money Coach on Instagram, and she does have a lazy investor course that I believe she launched just towards the end of last year. And it's something that I've kind of been thinking about taking. So that's one of the things that's on my list as far as workshops to take when it comes to learning about investing. So yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions on where I can learn more about investing, people that I could follow, let me know. And then goal number 7 is to teach our boys about managing money. I have an 8-year-old and I do have a soon to be 5-year-old. And I think that starting young isn't such a bad thing to just get them into the concept of needs versus wants, why we save for things. And I'm also going to be implementing an allowance system for my 8-year-old first to kind of see how it goes. I'm also going to be using a budget principle and having my 8-year-old use that. I'm going to be making a separate video about that and how it's going, because the whole purpose for me with introducing the allowance into both of my kiddos is to teach them about how to manage the money that they are getting, because these boys are blessed. They have amazing grandparents and family members who just shower them with gifts and money during birthdays and Christmas time. And so I just want to make sure they know what to do with that money that they get, and that no, they cannot just always be spending their money. I need them to get to know needs versus wants. Yes, they can always buy what they want and love, but they can't always be doing that. And they also need to make sure they plan to save. And I'm going to try to get my kiddo to learn how to save for his future as well, like for college. So a lot of things I want to teach them. I want to make a separate video on this and how it's going for us and how it's working. I know it's different for every family, but for us, we're going to start here with implementing an allowance system, teaching them how to budget their money. And again, I'm going to be using the principle from Kids Money Academy. I think I posted this on my Instagram, but I am going to be making a separate video on that and kind of show you what it looks like. Anyway, so that pretty much sums it up for all of our goals for 2022. Let me know in the comments below what are some of your goals that you're hoping to accomplish for this year. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, especially for watching till the end. And I will talk to you in my next video. Have a good one, guys.